Hey guys, what is up? This is Barat from Univac Gaming, bringing you another video about Arms Warriors. Today we're going to talk about a macro guide. I've been wanting to do one of these for a while, so I'm going to go over what macros I use in PvP and how they're effective and really how to use them. I'm going to try and put each and every one of these macros in the description so that you guys can read them in there, because you may not be able to see them. You guys can also pause the video at certain points to write them down, but it's going to be easier in the description because you can copy and paste it, put it in the game. It's all about helping you guys. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like our videos, you love Univac Gaming, please subscribe, it helps us out. So let's go ahead and get started. The first macro that I'm going to show you guys is Bloodbath. Sometimes you don't have Bladestorm or Bloodbath, so in that case you want to put Sweeping Strikes with it, because you're going to be doing that AoE damage with Bloodbath. Sweeping Strikes is off the global cooldown, so you can add it with any ability you want. So I added it with Bloodbath, so cast Bloodbath and use Sweeping Strikes. Next macro is my charge macro. This is just my normal charge macro. You want to have this in a macro because say you're Bladestorming and you want to get out and you want to focus charge. That's why that cancelaura Bladestorm is in there. The nomodifier means I'm not pressing ctrl, I'm not pressing shift or anything. Next macro is charge healer. Basically it says show tooltip charge, and I changed that arena target to whatever it is, whatever the healer is. Say we're playing a comp that has a healer and another person that can cast. I want to be able to charge that healer if he's not my focus target. So I'm going to change that arena target number to 1, 2, or 3 depending on where the healer is on the list. Next macro is disarm. I have a show tooltip disarm. Say I want to disarm my focus target, then I would press Ctrl 5. If I wanted to disarm my target, I would just press 5. Also cancelaura Bladestorm, cancelaura hand of protection in this one too, because you cannot use them while you're doing that. Next macro is show tooltip disrupting shout. This is the disrupting shout macro. Also cancel nomod disrupting shout, doesn't matter, you don't really need a modifier unless you're going to use control or shift with it. And then once again cancel Bladestorm and cancel hand of protection. Next macro is my focus charge. I have this on a separate key binding as well. This is just going to charge my focus target. Once again canceling Bladestorm because you can charge during her hand of protection. Next macro is marking targets. Basically it'll put a raid frame over top of each person in the arena, showing you who is who. So it may put a skull on me, it may put a diamond on my healer, it may put a square on my shaman. It's just random, it's whatever numbers you choose. My next macro is my mount macro. You guys can put whatever mount you want into it. Basically what this will do is right when the doors open, you press this macro, it'll cast battle shout and get onto your mount. This way you have that 20 rage starting at the beginning of the match, and you have that head start above anybody else. Next macro is rallying cry macro. You can put lock rocks in this one if you want, whatever you want. This can be your healing macro. But I just put rallying cry, commanding shout, and then if I'm using that other trinket that increases your health, that is in that as well. Next macro is my safeguard healer or intervene healer. This is for if my healer is getting trapped, I can just spam this keybind or this macro to get onto him instead of my friend. So you want to do target equals whatever your healer's name is. My healer's name is Grim Creepers. You want to have it exactly how it's spelled and exactly if it has any accent marks or anything. And then you want to have target last target at the end of it, because you don't want to keep targeting your healer after that. You want to go back and do some damage. Next macro is my victory rush macro. This is just so if I get a victory rush while I'm Bladestorming, I can cancel that Bladestorm and use it. Next macro is my vigilance DPS. So I have two vigilance macros and you guys will see one later. This one is to put it on my DPS, and I have another one to put it on my healer. So you just type in once again whatever your DPS name is, target Murdre, which is DPS, cast vigilance, and then target last target. Next macro that I have is my assist macro. This is if I'm doing RBGs and I'm not target calling, I can target the person that our target caller is calling out. Next macro is my battle/defensive stance macro. So you can use this as much as you want. You can keep switching it as much as you want. So if you're in battle stance, it'll go defensive stance. If you're in defensive stance, it'll go to battle stance. Next macro is my Bladestorm macro. Once again, this is kind of like the Bloodbath one. I put Bloodbath and Sweeping Strikes in this one with my Bladestorm and my trinket. Bloodbath, Bladestorm, and your on-use trinket are all on the same cooldown, so you can use those together and do some pretty hefty damage. So you want to have those in the same macro, and I just put it in my Bladestorm macro. It can be on a completely different macros, however you guys want to set it up together. Just make sure those are together if you're using Bladestorm and Bloodbath. Next macro is my Colossus Smash macro. I like having this one because sometimes there's a point in time where I'm not attacking and I want to have that in there where it says start attack. Plus, it actually allows you to do more damage from what I believe. After changing these macros to start attack, Colossus Smash, I've done a little bit more damage because sometimes there's a point where you're not attacking and you're just standing there with your sword swinging back and forth. The next macro is going to be completely opposite. Your fear macro, you want to have stop attack into it. So you want to cast intimidating shout first and then stop attack. This way you don't hit them right after you fear. Because if you hit them, it'll take them right out of that fear. So you want to make sure that you put stop attack into it. And it, once again, cancel Bladestorm and cancel Hand of Protection. Next macro is the same. This is a focus fear. I was not able to put these two on the same macro, but you guys could just make separate ones, it doesn't matter, just like I did. Basically this is just going to fear your focus target, so you want to put this on whatever keybind that you want it to be as focus. Next macro is intervene DPS. This will basically intervene the closest friendly target to you. It may be a totem, it may be a pet, it may be a person. So this is actually really good because you want to get out as fast as you can, so make this on an easy keybind that you can get out of stuff. And then this is my intervene macro to intervene a banner. It can be any banner. That's why I have mocking banner and demoralizing banner in here, because you may throw down either one. Now there has been sometimes where it will intervene my friend for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I can tweak this up just a little bit more, but sometimes it intervenes my friend, but it doesn't matter. Mass Spell Reflect macro, this is just if I was going to use it, I can cancel Bladestorm and cancel Hand of Protection. Mortal Strike macro, this one's kind of odd. Some of you are probably looking at this like, what? So once again, this is just like the Colossus Smash. I'm going to use Start Attack and then cast Mortal Strike. And then below that it says cast at Arena Pet 1, and I'm taunting that pet. So any pets that are in the arena, I'm trying to taunt them to go on me, because most likely they're going to be on my other DPS or my healer. Not very many people go on to warriors that much. So in that case, having this in a macro is very helpful. And the reason it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say you're playing arena and the first match you play, a hunter is the first arena target. So you're going to be taunting that pet. Say the next 5v5 match you play, he's the 5th arena target. Now you could change it, but say there's other pets in there and you want to taunt all those on yourself. So that's why I have all 5 of those on there. Next macro is my Overpower macro. This is just like Colossus Smash. I put Start Attack and then cast Overpower. So here's my next macro, my Pummel macro. Just like the Disarm macro, if I want to pummel my focus target, I'm going to use Control. If I want to pummel my target, I'm just going to use the keybinding for Pummel. Also, cancel Aura Bladestorm and cancel Aura Hand of Protection. This is my one-shot macro, so you're just going to put everything, all your offensive cooldowns in this and use it. I don't know if I really need to go over this. I mean, this is pretty obvious. We used to have deadly calm, so that used to be in there, but we don't have that anymore. Shattering Throw macro, this is cancel Aura Bladestorm once again, and cancel Hand of Protection just in case I need to get rid of a block or get rid of a bubble. And then Shield Wall macro, this is just so if you're Bladestorming you can still use Shield Wall. And then Stormbolt macro, this is just like the Pummel and the Disarm one. If I want to hit my focus with it, I just use Control and the keybinding for Stormbolt. If I want to hit my target, I just use the keybinding for Stormbolt. Once again, cancel Bladestorm and cancel Hand of Protection. And then the very last macro is to Vigilance my healer. So once again, this is just like the Vigilance DPS one. Target your healer, cast Vigilance, target last target. Alright guys, this is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video helped you guys out a lot. I know it was a little bit long. All these macros will be in the description, so if you have any questions, if you don't know which one does what, leave a comment if it was a little confusing for you guys. Also, once again, please like this video and please subscribe. It helps us out a lot. It lets us know that you guys love our videos, so please, please, please like this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one.